Have you ever lived through a year that quietly changed your financial life forever? Not because you won the lottery, not because you suddenly worked harder than everyone else, but because something in the air felt different. The phone rang more often. Opportunities appeared from unexpected places. Or perhaps the opposite happened. Bills arrived in clusters, investments shifted unpredictably, and you found yourself asking, why this year? Those of us who have lived long enough know that time does not move in a straight line. Some years feel calm and steady like a lake at dawn. Others feel like a fast-moving river after heavy rain. The firehorse year is one of those river years. In the ancient calendar, a firehorse year carries a rare and powerful signature. Fire represents visibility, passion, speed, and bold transformation. The horse represents movement, independence, and forward drive. When these two combine, the energy does not whisper. It gallops. Markets may move quickly. Industries tied to innovation, communication, travel, and public presence may surge. Emotions may run hotter. Decisions may be made faster. For some, this becomes the year they finally expand. For others, it becomes the year they learn restraint. I remember speaking to an older couple many years ago who had experienced a previous firehorse cycle. The husband, born under a sign naturally supported by fire, decided to expand his small business just as the year began. He told me he felt an unusual clarity, as if momentum itself was carrying him forward. Within months, new contracts arrived, visibility increased, and his financial standing strengthened. His wife, however, watched a close friend rush into speculative investments during that same period. The friend was not aligned with the year's energy, yet he moved impulsively, carried away by excitement. By the end of that cycle, one had expanded with discipline, and the other had learned a costly lesson about speed without grounding. The firehorse does not treat everyone equally. It amplifies what is already present. If your nature resonates with movement and strategic courage, you may feel empowered. If your nature thrives on caution and stability, you may feel pressured. That is why understanding this year matters. Not to predict lottery numbers, not to chase fantasies, but to align wisely with the climate of time. Tonight, we explore which Chinese zodiac signs carry the strongest money energy when the firehorse runs. We are not speaking of guaranteed wealth. We are speaking of alignment. Just as certain crops grow more easily in warm seasons while others prefer cooler soil, certain zodiac signs naturally harmonize with fire energy. Others must conserve their strength. As we continue, think about your birth year. Think about your habits with money. Are you quick to act or careful to wait? Do you chase opportunity or prefer preservation? The firehorse year rewards awareness. Those who understand its rhythm can ride confidently. Those who ignore its intensity may feel dragged by it. The secrets of this year are not hidden in superstition, but in understanding the dance between elemental energy and personal nature. When the firehorse runs, fortunes shift. The only question is whether you will run with it, guide it, or wisely step aside until the dust settles. To understand who carries the strongest money energy in a firehorse year, we must first understand what this year truly represents beneath the surface. In Chinese metaphysics, a firehorse year is not simply a poetic phrase. It is the meeting of two powerful forces. Fire is the element of illumination. It shines light on what has been hidden. It spreads quickly, transforms rapidly, and refuses to remain contained. The horse is a symbol of freedom, ambition, and restless movement. When these two combine, the atmosphere of the year becomes charged with acceleration. Imagine a dry field touched by a spark. That is the nature of fire. It moves fast, sometimes unpredictably. In financial terms, this often translates into quick shifts in markets, rapid innovation, and heightened emotional responses. Investments may rise quickly, but they may also fall with equal speed. New business ideas may flourish overnight. Careers connected to public visibility, technology, travel, media, and leadership often feel energized under fire influence. Yet fire does not reward hesitation or confusion. It favors clarity and courage, but punishes recklessness. The horse adds another layer to this intensity. Unlike slower zodiac animals, the horse does not wait for permission. It runs toward open horizons. In economic cycles influenced by horse energy, there is often a spirit of independence. People may leave traditional roles to pursue self-employment. New ventures may multiply. There is a hunger for freedom from restriction. For those already prepared, this can create remarkable opportunity. For those unprepared, yet it can create instability. Now let us speak about money energy itself. In the five-element system, wood, fire, earth, metal, and water, wealth is not a single universal force. Each person has a different relationship to money depending on the balance of elements in their birth year and deeper birth chart. Some individuals generate wealth through creativity and visibility, others through structure and discipline. The yearly element interacts with this personal structure like weather interacting with a landscape. If the soil is ready for heat, crops flourish. If the soil is fragile, heat dries it out. In a firehorse year, fire is doubled. This creates amplification. Amplification does not automatically mean prosperity. It means whatever already exists becomes stronger. Confidence becomes bolder. Fear becomes more reactive. Opportunity becomes more visible. Risk becomes more tempting. That is why we must avoid fatalism. The energy of the year creates a climate, but it does not imprison anyone. Personal decisions still shape outcomes. For our audience here in America, particularly those in middle age or retirement, this distinction is important. A fast-moving year may feel exciting, but wisdom lies in recognizing when to participate and when to observe. Some zodiac signs will naturally resonate with this blazing climate. They will feel energized rather than overwhelmed. Others may need to slow down, strengthen foundations, and protect what they have built. As we move forward, we will identify which signs harmonize most strongly with firehorse energy and therefore carry the greatest potential for financial expansion. And equally important, we will see which signs must approach the year with strategic caution. Because in a firehorse year, strength comes not only from speed, but from understanding the rhythm of the run. When the firehorse energy fills the year with momentum, there are certain zodiac signs that naturally feel lifted rather than pressured. Their elemental nature harmonizes with fire, allowing them to transform intensity into opportunity. Among the strongest is the tiger. The tiger carries powerful wood energy, and in the five-element cycle, wood feeds fire. This means that when fire dominates the year, the tiger often finds its strength amplified rather than weakened. Financially, this can translate into expansion. Tigers may experience career growth, increased leadership roles, or successful entrepreneurial ventures. Their boldness aligns with the year's forward drive. I once knew a tiger-born consultant who had quietly prepared for years, refining his expertise. During a fast-moving fire cycle, visibility suddenly increased. Invitations to speak, partnerships, and profitable contracts seem to arrive in waves. The lesson for the tiger is simple. Act with courage, but avoid arrogance. Fire can magnify ego just as easily as it magnifies opportunity. The dog is another sign strongly supported in a firehorse year. In traditional zodiac relationships, the horse and dog form part of a harmonious alliance. This alliance brings stability within movement. For dog-born individuals, the firehorse year often strengthens long-term investments, rather than creating dramatic windfalls. Real estate, retirement portfolios, and assets built patiently over time may show steady growth. The dog's loyalty and discipline combine beautifully with the horse's energy. I remember a retired couple born under the dog sign who chose not to panic during a volatile cycle. Instead, they trusted their long-term strategy. By the end of the year, their patience was rewarded with stable gains. The dog's money energy in a firehorse year is not flashy, but it is reliable. The goat also finds gentle harmony with the horse. Where the horse runs boldly outward, the goat moves with quiet sensitivity and creativity. Fire illuminates talent, and for the goat, this can mean financial gain through artistic expression, teaching, healing, or consulting. Emotional intelligence becomes a valuable asset. In a year where visibility increases, still those who can connect deeply with others may find doors opening. The only obstacle for the goat is self-doubt. Fire rewards those willing to step into the light. When the goat embraces confidence without losing humility, financial opportunities can emerge in unexpected ways. And then there is the horse itself. When the zodiac year returns to one's own sign, it brings heightened energy. This is known as one's personal zodiac year, a time of amplification. For horse-born individuals, the firehorse year can feel powerful, even overwhelming. Opportunities multiply, visibility increases, entrepreneurial ideas flow quickly. Yet volatility also rises. The same energy that fuels success can create exhaustion or impulsive decisions. Horses must guard against overextending themselves. Strategic planning, financial discipline, and emotional grounding become essential. When guided wisely, the horse can ride its own year to remarkable achievement. These four signs, tiger, dog, goat, and horse, carry some of the strongest money energy under the firehorse influence. But strength alone does not guarantee prosperity. Discipline, humility, and awareness remain the true foundations of lasting wealth. In a year of blazing momentum, those who combine courage with wisdom will move forward with both speed and stability. Not every sign will experience the firehorse year with overwhelming advantage, yet several will find themselves in a position of conditional strength. Their money energy is neither dramatically amplified nor severely challenged. Instead, it requires careful handling, like holding a steady flame that can warm but also burn if neglected. The ox, in grounded and disciplined, represents earth energy. In the elemental cycle, fire produces earth. This means that the intense fire of the year can gradually strengthen the ox, but only through patience. The ox does not thrive in chaos. It prefers structure and long-term planning. Financially, this can be a year for slow accumulation rather than dramatic expansion. Debt reduction, restructuring investments, and reinforcing savings plans will serve the ox well. Aggressive speculation, however, may feel uncomfortable and risky. I once met an ox-born business owner who resisted the temptation to expand too quickly during a fiery cycle. Instead, he consolidated his operations, improved efficiency, and reduced liabilities. While others experienced dramatic highs and lows, he finished the year stronger and more secure. The monkey carries intelligence and adaptability, qualities that can shine in a fast-moving firehorse year. Fire stimulates innovation, and monkeys often excel in fields tied to technology, media, and problem-solving. However, the monkey's playful nature can also lean toward impulsiveness. Financial opportunities may appear suddenly, but without discipline, gains may slip away just as quickly. The monkey must remember that cleverness is most powerful when paired with consistency. Structured investments, diversified strategies, and avoiding gambling impulses will transform potential into stability. The rooster, aligned with metal, faces refinement in a fire-dominant year. Fire melts metal, but melting does not always mean destruction. It can mean reshaping and polishing. For the rooster, income may increase through reputation, some public presence, or career transitions. Pressure may arise, demanding adaptability and humility. This is a year where professional recognition can grow, but stubbornness may create friction. Financially, the rooster benefits from embracing change rather than resisting it. Refinement through challenge often leads to stronger positioning in the years that follow. The dragon, powerful and ambitious, may feel inspired by the bold momentum of the firehorse. Big ideas may emerge. Expansion plans may seem irresistible, yet the dragon must guard against overconfidence. Fire magnifies ambition, and ambition without careful evaluation can lead to overexpansion. Partnerships, especially those formed quickly, require thorough examination. When the dragon balances courage with patience, the year can bring respectable gains. When pride overrides caution, instability may follow. For these signs, the firehorse year is neither a guaranteed blessing nor a looming threat. It is a test of balance. With discipline, clarity, and strategic thinking, they can navigate the fiery currents successfully. The key is remembering that not all movement requires speed. Sometimes the strongest position is held by those who move steadily, while others rush. While some signs feel supported and others balanced, there are a few that may experience genuine financial pressure during a firehorse year. This does not mean disaster is certain. It means awareness must be heightened. Pressure years often teach the most valuable lessons about discipline and resilience. The rat stands directly opposite the horse in the Zodiac cycle, creating what is traditionally called a clash. In a firehorse year, this clash can stir instability. For rat-born individuals, unexpected expenses may arise. Medical bills, home repairs, legal matters, or sudden shifts in employment can disrupt carefully laid plans. Emotionally, this may feel frustrating, especially for those who value preparation. The solution is not fear, but readiness. Building an emergency fund, reviewing insurance policies, and avoiding unnecessary risk become essential strategies. I once spoke with a rat-born retiree who experienced a series of unexpected home repairs during a clash year. At first he felt unlucky, even singled out. But when we looked deeper, we realized something important. He had delayed maintenance for years. The clash year did not create weakness, it revealed it. By addressing those issues, he prevented larger losses in the future. That is often how a clash works. It exposes fragile areas so they can be strengthened. For the rat in a firehorse year, preservation is victory. Avoid major speculative investments. Read contracts carefully. Move slowly when others move fast. The pig, aligned with water, also feels tension under strong fire influence. Fire and water naturally oppose one another. When fire is dominant, water can evaporate if not protected. Financially, this may show up as emotional stress affecting spending habits. The pig is generous and compassionate, sometimes too generous. In a heated year, There may be pressure from family or friends asking for financial support. Lending casually or investing emotionally can create strain later. The pig's lesson is boundaries. Protect capital. Preserve liquidity. Focus on stability rather than expansion. When water is contained wisely, it does not disappear. It nourishes quietly. The snake presents a more subtle challenge. The snake already carries fire energy within its nature. When a year brings additional fire, the result can be overload. Too much intensity may lead to burnout or impulsive decisions driven by pride. Financially, this can manifest as overconfidence in business deals or taking on too many commitments at once. The snake is intelligent and strategic, but in a year of amplified fire, emotions may override analysis. The remedy is pacing. Schedule rest. Delay large decisions until emotions settle. A well-rested mind sees risk more clearly than an exhausted one. If you belong to one of these signs, do not interpret caution as defeat. Pressure years often build the habits that create future stability. Many people discover that the discipline learned during a challenging cycle becomes the foundation of later prosperity. Fire does not always destroy. Sometimes it forges stronger metal. The firehorse year demands awareness from these signs. Secure foundations, strengthen savings, reduce unnecessary exposure. When storms approach, wise sailors do not curse the sky. They reinforce their boats. And when the storm passes, they sail again with greater skill and confidence. As we navigate a year filled with blazing movement, practical alignment becomes just as important as spiritual understanding. The firehorse year carries heat, visibility, and acceleration. If we wish to benefit from it rather than feel overwhelmed, we must adjust both our surroundings and our habits with intention. In Feng Shui, the south sector of the home resonates strongly with fire energy. During a firehorse year, this area may feel especially active. Keep it bright but balanced. A clean, uncluttered space with gentle lighting encourages inspiration and clarity. However, avoid overwhelming the area with excessive red decorations if you are emotionally reactive. Too much red can intensify impulsiveness. Instead, allow warmth without excess. A tasteful candle, a lamp, or natural sunlight is enough to symbolize healthy fire. At the same time, grounding becomes essential. Earth energy stabilizes fire, introducing earth tones, soft browns, beige, muted yellows, into your home decor can create psychological calm. Clearing clutter, especially in financial paperwork areas, allows money energy to flow more smoothly. Organize documents, review bills, update records. Order in the physical environment often brings order to financial thinking. Financial behavior must also adapt to the year's intensity. Diversification is wisdom in a fast-moving climate. Avoid placing all resources into one opportunity simply because it appears promising. Fire years can inflate excitement. Emotional investing, panic selling, and chasing trends are common mistakes. Instead, consult trusted advisors. Take time before committing to large decisions. Write down pros and cons. Fire favors speed, but wisdom favors reflection. For those in middle age or retirement, this is particularly important. Review estate plans, beneficiaries, insurance coverage, and long-term care preparations. Health is wealth. In a fiery year, stress management protects not only the heart, but also financial stability. Through simple daily practices, gratitude journaling, mindful breathing, gentle exercise, ground emotional energy. Remember, Feng Shui adjustments are not magic tricks. They are reminders of alignment. When the external world moves quickly, Our homes and habits must provide steadiness. The firehorse year can bring opportunity, but only to those who remain balanced within themselves. When environment, behavior, and awareness work together, even intense energy becomes manageable and purposeful. As we arrive at the end of this journey, it is important to pause and look beyond numbers, charts, and predictions. A firehorse year reminds us that wealth is not measured only by how much money comes in, but by how well our lives remain balanced when energy runs high. Fire brings brightness, but it also reveals what truly matters. Many people spend their younger years chasing growth, expansion, and recognition. As we grow older, wisdom teaches us that peace of mind, health, and harmony are also forms of wealth. I once met two individuals during a fiery cycle many years ago. One chased every opportunity that appeared, driven by excitement and fear of missing out. At first, success came quickly, but exhaustion followed, and poor decisions made under pressure slowly eroded what had been gained. The other moved differently. She observed carefully, acted selectively, and preserved what she had built. She did not grow as fast, but she slept well. When the cycle shifted, she remained steady while others scrambled to recover. The firehorse year offers power, but power must be guided. Strong money energy does not guarantee success, just as a challenging year does not guarantee failure. The difference lies in awareness. Those whose zodiac signs are naturally supported by fire must remember humility and discipline. Those facing pressure must remember patience and self-respect. Both paths hold dignity. As you move through this year, reflect not only on your zodiac sign, but on your habits. Do you react quickly, or do you pause? Do you seek excitement, or do you value stability? The firehorse rewards those who know themselves. It challenges those who ignore their limits. May this year teach you clarity rather than haste, wisdom rather than fear. May your financial choices support your health, your family, and your peace of mind. When the firehorse runs, may you ride with awareness, walk with confidence, or wait with patience, knowing that true prosperity is not about chasing the fire, but knowing how to use its light.